I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today and for this weekend. We got a very special announcement here with Paralyzed Veterans of America. We're happy to join for some very deserving members of our military in partnership with Great Clips in Michigan, Northern Ohio, and Northern Indiana. We're joined here by Bill Lawson, immediate past president of Paralyzed Veterans of America, Dave Randall, senior manager of marketing strategy analysis, and Joey Logano, driver of the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford Fusion for Team Penske, to help make this announcement. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Bill Lawson to help kick this off.
Thank you, Sam. Is this on? Yep. Thank you. First, I want to just let you know I'm a proud Army veteran. I want to tell you a little bit about Paralyzed Veterans of America. Paralyzed Veterans of America is the only congressionally chartered veteran service organization dedicated solely to the benefit and representation of veterans with spinal cord injury and dysfunction. For nearly 70 years, let me repeat that, 70 years, we have been in service to ensure that veterans receive the benefits that they deserve and also the quality of care that they have earned. For Paralyzed Veterans has a rich history in motorsports, and partnering with Great Clips allows us to continue sharing our mission with so many loyal race fans, donors, and veterans. We offer a special thanks to Great Clips Racing and Michigan International Speedway for supporting our ongoing fight for paralyzed veterans and their families. I would like to point out that the honorary starter and grand marshal of the race tomorrow are fans that were the highest bidders in an auction that benefited Paralyzed Veterans of America. We're very excited to be part of the race weekend at Michigan International Speedway and partnered with Great Clips in this innovative partnership that starts here today but continues on after this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaking about the weekend and moving beyond that, Dave, can you tell us what's going to happen in the stores at your retail locations?
Yeah, we are going to partner in the month of July in the state of Michigan and again Northern Indiana and Northern Ohio, as you said, and we'll be partnering with our great customers and asking them for donations. And with a donation, they'll also get an offer off on their next haircut. But we're engaging with about 200 to 250 salons for a month-long effort. Just prior to the back-to-school season to raise money for Paralyzed Veterans of America, and we're happy to do so and proud to do so.
Thanks, Dave. That's a great program, and hopefully a lot of money will be raised for such a fantastic cause. I'll now turn to someone who knows the importance of paralyzed veterans and who has already made a donation of his own. Joey, can you talk about working with paralyzed veterans and the program earlier this year from the Daytona 500?
Yeah, we've done a lot of cool things. One of my partners, Shell Pennzoil, have done a lot with the PVA over the last few years, and I've got to learn about their organization and actually meet a lot of their military members and get to talk to them and find out how well deserving they are of some of the things that PVA does for them. And earlier this year, we were able to donate from the Joey Logano Foundation $22,222, and the Shell was also going to, if we won Vegas, which we didn't, I wish we did, was going to donate $222,000, and definitely really cool to be able to work with an organization like this. I've been able to do a lot of the Paralympic sleds for hockey with the Joey Logano Foundation and meet a lot of these veterans that have been through a lot, and it's cool to hear their stories, but it's even cooler to have an organization like the PVA that's willing to help them when they need it.
Thank you, Joey. At this time, we'll turn over to Amanda Ellis for questions.
Everyone still sleeping?
Right, if anyone has a question, please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation, and this will also serve as Joey's media availability this weekend as well. All right, we'll go ahead and start in the back.
Joey, not to skip off the veterans so quickly, but talk about the race on Sunday. And, you've been in the top 5 pretty good so far this year, but haven't had a first since Daytona. How's the car, and what are you thinking about Sunday?
We'll know how the car is here in a little bit. You never know until you get on the racetrack. But Michigan, over the past few years with Team Penske, has probably been my best racetrack. So I was always excited when we get to come here. Obviously for Team Penske, Roger Penske, this is their backyard. This is where we really want to win for them. Obviously for Ford, we know the manufacturers really take a lot of pride in winning at this racetrack. We put our best foot forward for this one and try to give it everything we got and try to win this thing. And it's always a fun race. It's been a fun race over the last few years, and watching this racetrack widen out, watching the way the strategy works and throughout it, and it's fast too. So it would be interesting to see what this new rules package does here. What our speeds will be in entering the corners with the less drag, but we have less power. So it'll be interesting to see where that all plays out and how the race will play out.
All right, we'll go to Tom, please, up front.
Hi, Joey. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Ford announced this morning they're going back to Le Mans next year with the new Ford GT. Do you have any desire to do that or to race maybe the Rolex 24?
I would like to. I think it'd be kind of cool to do. Most of the time, you're so focused on what you're doing right now, which for me is racing in NASCAR and trying to win a Sprint Cup championship. And that's my number one goal right now. I don't want to take anything away from that, and because I feel like I owe that to my team. They work their guts out. I should work my guts out and have one goal and focus 100% on it. But over the winter, running the Rolex 24 would be really cool. If that opportunity came up someday, I think I would take it because it'd be kind of fun just to go through it and get to drive those cars and learn what it's like and just go through the whole experience. And obviously that's a crown jewel event. That's what everyone always talks about, is one that you really want to win. So it'd be cool to have the opportunity someday.
Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Joey, Mike at the Free Press. You're a young guy, and there's been a lot of wars going on as you've grown up. But do you think this country does enough for the vets? You've been around them and you've spoken to them, and you've got feedback, I guess, from them. But what are they telling you?
I think we can always do more. I've been fortunate enough to go on a few USO tours and get to see firsthand of what they're doing and get to hear their stories of what's going on. And anytime I get an opportunity like that, I take advantage of it because it's really interesting to me, and I feel like the least we can do is go over there and shake their hand. And I feel like that's one of the cool things about being in racing and being someone that people know, I guess, is that there's something larger than just racing out there, and I can use this popularity to give back and do something good. And that's why we started the Joey Logano Foundation, is try to help people in need and giving people second chances. Obviously, a lot of guys in the military need a second chance. So Joey Logano Foundation does a lot with that. So we can always do more. We're always trying to raise money. The PVA has done a great job with what they're able to do. Obviously, I'm sure they want to do more. That's why we're here today, trying to raise more money. And it's just, it's something that, I feel like we're all called to do, is to give back to society and help people out when we need it. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard not to be selfish, but you got to be able to, look at the big picture and realize there's something bigger than just your life.
All right. Additional questions? Okay, go ahead.
George with the Macomb Daily. For Bill, could you just comment a little bit on the role of PVA? Is it more working as advocates for paralyzed veterans, or do you help set up funding for actual like medical needs or in-home equipment, et cetera?
Yeah, thank you for that question. First off, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been in existence since 1946. We've been serving veterans from the greatest generation to the latest generation. As everybody knows, there are a lot of shortcomings in VA, and we are strong advocates, not only for the veterans, but also for the disabled community as well. We were very instrumental in the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1991, which didn't only help out disabled veterans, but it also help the disabled community as a whole. We also fund research and education to hopefully find a cure or just better treatments for people with spinal cord injuries. We have a team of medical professionals on our staff that go to all 24 spinal cord injury centers in the VA healthcare system every year, and we do a 2-day assessment of the type of care that our veterans are being provided there. We then come back and write a report up, and that goes to the Secretary of the VA as well as to the Senate and House Veterans Affairs Committees. And I've got to tell you that if it wasn't for that type of advocacy, the care that our spinal cord injured veterans are receiving would not be as good as it is today. And it takes a lot to do that. We also have our own work program where we go to the bedside and meet these people when they come back. We look at their abilities and get to talking to them and build their confidence up and help them to find employment. And they're hard to place people because of their disabilities, but we work with a lot of corporations to be able to place these people, in their jobs. We also we have 54 service officers across the United States that help the veterans to get their benefits that they've earned. But one thing that people don't understand is we are not affiliated with the government. We are a private nonprofit organization. All of the programs and everything that we offer to any veteran is free of charge simply because of the kindness of the American people donating to our organization.
All right. Any final questions for Joey, Dave, or Bill? All right. Thank you guys for your time this morning.
Thank you.